Okay, I see you have a sign that says we support RGGI. Can you tell me what RGGI is?
Yeah, RGGI is the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. It's a Northeast regional initiative, cap and trade bill for reducing greenhouse gas emissions here in New Jersey and throughout the rest of the state and the Northeast area. It's kind of an idea of the cap and trade at the national level wasn't working so well, so here in New Jersey and 9 other states got into it, making a regional bill for capping and trading of greenhouse gas emissions. The governor pulled out of it, or wants to pull out of it. We obviously support keeping in that, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, keeping our greenhouse gas emissions as low as possible here in New Jersey.
Do you know how much RGGI is reducing carbon emissions by?
I don't know the exact figure.
You're not familiar with that?
No.
Are you familiar with a report by RGGI's own auditors that say that they won't be reducing greenhouse gas emissions until the year 2030?
Honestly, I don't know the numbers specifically.
Do you agree or disagree that oil companies should get subsidies?
I think that, well, it depends on what you want for all. If you're going to do for energy, subsidies across the board or no subsidies at all. The problem comes when you have subsidies for oil, for gas, for things like that, but then you don't adequately subsidize clean energy emissions, clean energy like wind, solar, those sort of things don't get the same level of subsidies.
So in your opinion, it's the role of government to intervene in the free market in that regard?
I think it's the role of government to make sure that we stay safe and we keep ourselves as safe as possible. Thank you so much for taking the time, bro. It's cool talking.
You don't want to answer any other questions?
No, that's cool. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
That wasn't done. I see you have a sign that says, Christy, keep RGGI alive. Do you know what RGGI is? Can you explain it?
Yeah, so it's a plan that the government that Christy wants to pull out of, and it really helps our clean air, clean water. So we really, the citizens of New Jersey want Governor Christie to stay in RGGI.
So do you know, do you have any idea how much RGGI has helped the environment at this point?
Well, I know over the past several years it's done a lot to definitely help the environment, clean up the water, and pulling out of RGGI would just be really awful for the environment, and it would take us back so many years and all the progress we have done.
How does reducing carbon emissions help the water?
Well, it helps the air, and it's also with the fracking, so we don't want any of that to happen.
Okay, are you familiar with the report by RGGI's own auditors that says that they're not going to reduce carbon emissions until the year 2030?
Yeah, I am familiar with that, but we're here today and it's important, and we're trying to, tell Governor Christie, show him that, the New Jersey citizens do care.
Do you favor the government providing subsidies to different companies?
Not exactly, although, I just think that, no, sorry, I don't know.
So do you think the government should tax and then subsidize the oil companies?
Oh, no, I don't think that the government should do that.
Is it okay for the government to tax and then subsidize green energy projects?
Yes.
You were here today for which rally?
For
the environmental?
Yeah, the environment.
Okay, are you familiar with RGGI?
Yeah, we both work for New Jersey Environmental Federation.
Oh yeah, what do you know about RGGI? Can you explain?
What do I know about RGGI? I know that it's a cap and trade market, and I know that it brought a lot of money into New Jersey. I know that it's been working as far as bringing money into New Jersey.
Where does the money come from?
It comes from the industry buying carbon emissions, right? Buying
electricity producers.
Yeah, coal companies, nuclear power.
Do you think the private sector creates more jobs than the public sector?
Sorry,
In generally speaking, would you say that you trust the private sector more to create jobs or the public sector?
That's hard to say, because I always feel that the private sector creates more small business, whereas the public sector has more regulation, more awareness, more knowledge about what's actually happening in the business behind doors.
So you think people in the business world don't know as much as people in a bureaucracy than how to create a job?
Important, the people that know the industry should be in charge of the industry. Private industry is very important, especially in our economy. Small business is really important. Private industry is an excellent part of our economy. However, I'm all for having health regulations that protect the people who are going to be affected by those industries.
With respect to RGGI, it's come to light that a number of the bidders that are procuring the carbon permits in order to produce energy are organizations like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, other TARP banks. How do you feel about that? The fact that Reggie's being exploited by insiders and speculators who are looking to make a profit?
I don't want to comment. I don't know enough about the issue besides what you just told me.
Assuming it's true, would that bother you?
I'm not going to say. I don't know if it is true. I don't know if it isn't true. I don't know enough about the issue at hand.
Well, it's factual. It's out there. I mean, I'd be happy to point you to it. Would it bother you?
Would it bother me that the bidders are private industry?
Would it bother you that investment banks like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are buying the permits so that one day they can make a huge profit off of it?
Yeah, that's disappointing. It's highly disappointing.
Would that change your opinion of Reggie?
No, I think that changes my opinion of Goldman Sachs.
Of Goldman Sachs? Why?
Because if that's what your business is, and I mean, they're investors, so I understand that, you know, they're out there looking for future investments that are going to bring them money, but investing into dirty energy is not...
Well, they're investing into carbon permits.
Right, it's dirty energy. Investing into buying carbon emissions, that's dirty energy. I'd like to see them invest in offshore.
Do you think carbon dioxide is dirty energy? Pollution?
Coal-powered nuclear plants?
I'm talking about carbon dioxide. You think carbon dioxide is a pollutant?
If it's coming from... Carbon dioxide comes out of meat, yeah. Yeah.
So you think you're a polluter?
Absolutely.
Every time you breathe, you're a polluter?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, thanks.